Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Design. So as I told you before, we are going to keep learning Revit. Revit is an architectural 3D software. So I want us to start a project. We take it from zero, really from the scratch, and up to the finished level. So without wasting time, you're going to learn how to create walls, how to place components like windows, families like doors. And then you'll be able to know how to create the floor. You'll also learn how to create the roof. You know how to model a house in 3D. So all these are in this package, and this video will be in sections because it will be a very long video. So you should be able to follow this channel so that you watch all the parts, and by the end of it all, you must be able to know almost all the basics and all the tools that you need to know how to design in Revit. So my Revit is already open. This is Revit 2024. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new template, and it's going to be architectural template. And here we're choosing a project, so you click OK, then you allow it to load. Yeah, so this is the interface of Revit. When you open Revit, you will be able to see this. When you have selected or chosen architectural template, so this side on our left, we have the property panel. Here you'll be able to see all the properties. And then on the right, we have a project browser. In the project browser, you'll be able to see the floor plans, ceiling plans, 3D views, elevations, schedules, seats, families, groups, and so much more from the right side of the interface. And in any case, you don't see the browser here. Sometimes it might be down here where the properties are. You can simply drag it and bring it this side. Like this, you can just drag. For example, for some people, it might be here. It might be here, like this. You have properties here, and then we have project browser here. So if yours is appearing like this, you can simply grab it from here, you bring it this side, then you should be able to fit it where it can just be placed there. So from the floor plan, we shall be able to set our levels. And for you to set your levels, what you do, you click on this plus sign in the elevations. It will be able to reveal for you the different elevations. So you can just double click on any of the elevations. There's the east, north, south, west. Let's just double click on south. So it will be able to show you this level. This level basically gives you the levels for the building that you are going to create. So you should be able to customize this level according to your fittings. So level 0 is always ground level. It is the level where the ground is. And then this top level can either be roof, or you can also set it as a floor 1 or level 1. Then down level 0 you can also create a foundation. So what we're going to do, we shall rename these levels. For you to rename it, you just click on this line, then it will become active. Then you can double click on this and rename it. So I will rename this to ground level. You can also say ground floor. And then this second, we are going to rename it as I think we should name it as floor 1, because I want this building to have 2 floors. Floor 1. And then our floor height, I want it to be 3,500. This 3,500 is in millimeters, but it will be read as meters. That is 3.5 meters high, but you have to write it in millimeters. Then we shall have to create another floor on top of this as the roof plan. And then down here we shall create a foundation. So if you want to create a new level, there are so many ways. You can either double click on L to bring the level panel active, or from the architectural tab here at the architectural tab, you move all the way to the right and you will see levels here. So you can simply click on it, it will be active. So we're going to create another level. You just place it here. When you see the dotted green line is active, you can click and you start dragging. It will draw a new line or floor. So this one we are going to rename it as it's already floor 2 actually. It's floor 2. So you realize it is here showing 5,200 or 5.2 meters. That means it is accumulative. It adds 3,500 and let's first let's put here. You can also write just 3.5 m. When you click on that, it will show this. But of course we need what? We need the upper floor, which is supposed to be our roof floor or roof plan. It has to be also 3.5 meters away from this first level. That means you multiply this by 2, so it will be 7. It has to be cumulative, so it will be 7 meters high, like that. So the distance from here to the roof is 3.5, then from here to down is 3.5. Then we are going to create our foundation. So I can simply, instead of going to the levels, I can also click on this. I come to create similar. When you click on create similar here, you'll be able to also draw your floor. So standard measurement for foundation is it's negative 1.5. Negative 1.5 with rename it to foundation. But foundation level depends on a number of factors. For example, the nature of the soil, and the drainage, all that. So you'll be able to design your foundation depending on the condition of your site. So this 1.5 is just a standard for these small houses, but just keep it in your mind that it depends on the condition of your soil. For example, if the soil is so soft, you realize the foundation might go deeper than 1.5, and if the soil is rocky, the foundation might not also reach 1.5. So you just need to understand that. So we have set our plan. We have our foundation level, we have the ground level, we have floor one, then the roof plan. So after setting this, we're going back to our ground level here, but then we need to save our file, because in any case we lose it, then we shall start again from zero. So to save it, you just come to your file here, which is at the extreme right side on the top. You click on file, you come to save as. We're going to save this as a project instead of a template. So we're saving our project. Then you can look for where to keep your file. So I am going to say this is YouTube project. YouTube project 1. So I'll just I've changed something here. So let me do it again. Save as project. YouTube project. So it has to be here. Once you're okay with that, you just click on save. Now we are sure that we are safe. In any case we lose this work, we shall be able to have our project saved on the local disk. So you should always save it or back up your file on a local disk that cannot easily be destroyed. For example, if you want to save, don't save it on the desktop, because anytime anything happens to your window, you lose your project and everything. So now we are here. When you just look at the interface, you see a lot of these things, but we shall be able to use almost all of them one by one as we continue with the project. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create walls. So for you to create a wall, you come to the architecture tab, and then there's a wall here. You click on this drop down, and then you pick wall architectural. So by default, you realize this cursor will turn to positive sign. That means it is ready to draw. But then before we start drawing, we need to edit our wall. So you realize here, when you click on this drop down, there are so many different types of walls, even including curtain walls, storefront walls. But we want to create our own wall. So once you have clicked on the wall, you come to this edit type. You click on the edit type. From the edit type, you need to duplicate it from here, because if you don't duplicate, you are basically just changing the dimensions of the generic wall, and it will affect the generic wall. And if you want to do more walls, especially your own customized walls, you have to always make sure you duplicate it. So we're going to say maybe main wall, and we're giving it 200 millimeters. Our measurements are in millimeters. After renaming it like this, you click OK. Then from here you click on this edit. Click on the edit. From the edit, you'll be able to see these things. We have finish, we have thermal air, we have core boundary, we have structure, core boundary, finish. But we only need three things here. We need this finish, we need the structure, and we need this last finish. But we need to arrange these things in a way that we can be able to understand them. So we have these buttons, the insert, delete, up, down. So for example, if I click on the first finish, then I click on down, it will be able to come down. So I'll bring it closer to the structure. Then I also click on this finish. From here I take it up to the structure. So now we have this finish, which is the exterior wall. Then there's this finish, which is the interior wall, and the structure is now the middle, that mostly consists of the brick, the common brick. Then the exterior can be plaster plus paint. Then the interior can also be plaster plus paint. So we're going to assign materials for this wall that we are about to create. Now we are going to delete this thermal air. We don't need it now. You just click on it from here, and then you click delete. Then we shall ignore the core boundary. We shall also ignore the down, because they are 0, 0, so they don't have any effect. So from here we're going to say our main structure is going to be 180 millimeters. Then the rest finishes are going to be 10 millimeters to make 200, because we gave our wall thickness to be 200 millimeters. This one is not also fixed. Yours may depend according to the type of brick you use. For us, we use the common brick, and this is the measurement that sums up to the size or the thickness of the wall that we commonly see. So the structure inside, you click here. Let me first close that. You just click around this line. It will be able to reveal for you these things. If I click here, it will be able to reveal for me this. So in the structure, I'm going to create a new, we shall create our new material. We say here create, click on this sign here, and then you say create a new material. From the default new material, you right click, you rename it to our main wall. From the main wall, we shall come to, there's graphics here. You can choose whatever thing you want, but our main focus is appearance. From the appearance, we shall click on this part here, that is to replace the asset. So this is material browser. So we are looking for our asset. The asset we want is a brick. So you can search like that to be able to generate for you different types of bricks. So we have these bricks, and the brick we are looking for is in masonry. So these are the bricks in masonry. When you click on this small icon here, it will generate this image of the type of asset you have chosen. So we are really looking for just this common brick, this one here. This is the common brick we usually see people build with. So after choosing that, we shall close this. Then from here we say apply, and then the finish for the exterior, we shall create a new material, and then we rename it as exterior paint. You can name it anything you want. Then we shall also come to the appearance. Then we click on this replace asset icon. Let's say we want paint. So here it generates some paints, and we're looking for wall paint, which is here. You can also go with the finish, you can go with wall paint. So when we click on this, so I'll be able to see the different paints they are going to give us. So for me, I think I'll go with this paint here. For now, I'll close this. I'll say apply. Then the last finish, which is the exterior, I think I'll create let me create another new material, rename it, say interior paint. So I'll go to appearance, replace this asset. Then we are still looking for paint. And then from here we go to, let me see, finish. We have white, we have varnish, we have wax. I think I would like to go with any of these. Let's do this paint varnish. I want the interior to be white. So here we close, we apply, and then we have assigned materials for all the different elements of our wall. So here we just click OK, and then here we click apply, then OK. Now we are ready to draw our wall. So from here you can just start drawing a wall. You can either use this, you can use this, you can use this, you can use any of these, can really draw for you a wall. But we want to just draw a simple wall with one line here. Then I'm going to say let the wall be 0.5. Yes, 0.5. So you realize the wall will appear really very small for you, but trust me, this wall is 0.5. So let's move it. You can just move it anywhere you want. So we'll bring it in the middle. So I want to create another wall like this. I'll click on this. I'll say create similar. Then I'll just create another wall here. Also 0.5. Now you realize when I click on this, the distance from here to here is not 3.5, and yet we labeled it 3.5. The reason for that is our wall thickness is 200, so 200 will be subtracted. It counts even the wall thickness too. So 200 has been chopped by the wall thickness, so we shall need to still create our 0.5 like that. And then to make this complete, we can offset. Let's say we click on this, you just come to offset here, which is this tab. When you click on it, you can say we're giving it 3.5. So you highlight on it, it will generate that dotted line. You click, it will create for you this wall. Then from here you can also click, then our box room is complete. So when we click on this 3D sign, which is like a house, click on it, you'll be able to see your wall here. It may look ugly for now, but this is our first wall. Now you realize this wall is really tall. This is because Revit normally gives what? Gives the walls height. Most times it gives 800 millimeters high. So when you come here, you have to specify your wall height according to the measurements you have given at the elevation. So I'm going to choose all of them. I'll just click on one, then I right click. I say select all instances. Then you come to visible in view. It will select all these walls because they are the same instances and they are visible in view. So we're going to say what unconnected height should be 3.5 because that is how high we want our walls to be. So you can now see here our wall has reduced in height. When we come to this tab that shows visual style, you click on it, you click on realistic, you'll be able to see the color of your wall. So this is the color we gave our wall. See that? Yeah, this is the color. Now the reason why some are showing different color, like this one is white, this one is a bit yellowish. These are the same colors we created. However, this wall is facing outside, this one is facing inside, this one is facing inside, this one is facing outside, because we simply created one wall, then we duplicated it by offsetting it so it faces the way the other first one was facing. So others are inside, others are outside, but you don't have to worry about that because you can really change that with just a click of this. When you click on this, it will change the surface. The surface will go inside or outside. When you click on this, it can be this. When you click on this, it goes inside. You click on this, they are now all inside. Let's go to our 3D and see. Now you see now all the walls are facing inside instead of outside. However, if you realize we specified this white for the inside part and the other one for the outside part, so we shall now take them all outside like this with this simple click. So this is really our first room. It has to be 3.5. That's what we want to achieve, 3.5. Then this side should also be 3.5. Yes, now here is 3.5, here is 3.5, 3.5. All over our room is 3.5 meters wide. So this is our first step towards achieving our modern design, and this is going to be our first video. It's going to end here because I don't want this video to be too long for you. So when we return, we shall pick up from here and continue drawing more rooms and of course placing other things. Make sure you don't miss that one out. Thank you so much, and do not move away. Please do subscribe and check the playlist so that you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much.